Nature Glow here. So let's see who has joined us for chat. Anyone here yet? So tonight I am using a program called Restream, and it's basically an encoding software, and they actually have a free plan, which is pretty exciting. Hi, Shell. Thank you so much for coming. So I don't know if you heard, I'm using a new software called Restream. Well, it's not really new. It's been around for a few years. I started using it when I was teaching online classes to homeschool kids back in, I think, 3 years ago, and it works really well. It helps stabilize the video, and hopefully the chat will be faster. So we'll see. So, how are you tonight? Can you hear me okay? Okay. There might be a little bit of a delay depending on both of our either of our networks. Oh, cool. Nice to hear that you're hanging out with some friends. Hi. They can hear me. So tonight's topic, I was going to talk about how do I get back on the road as a full-time van lifer. Um, so each time I do these live streams, I like to kind of have a some type of a topic. Oh, cool. They're leaving for Hawaii on Friday. Actually, we have some family members in Hawaii right now. Um, Marcy's stepdaughter, Lisa, and her son, who just got engaged to his future wife. He proposed to her in Hawaii, so that's pretty cool. So that must be bittersweet for you to know they're going to Hawaii. I know you want to go back, uh, don't you? Oh, okay. No problem. I'll just keep talking here, and we'll see who else joins us. I'm not sure if others will be joining us or not. Um, so for folks who are watching live, I'm doing a 30-day challenge where I am uploading one video to YouTube, my YouTube channel, one shorts video that probably will complement the longer video, inviting people from the short to watch the longer version. One live stream at right now I'm doing 6:30 p.m. And then I'm also posting to my community and of course sharing out all the videos throughout my social media. So I'm on this 30-day challenge because I would like to be able to get back on the road and travel. Um, so recently I got fired from my desk job, and it just has me thinking, I think the universe is trying to tell me um, that I need to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. What is the greatest desire of my heart? The greatest desire of my heart is to be traveling again full time. Um, and I'd love to travel with my boyfriend as well. Um, and I'd like to travel solo too. I love to be able to um, decide where I'm going to go, when I'm going to go, and go at my own pace. He knows that. He knows I like to travel alone too. So, and that gives us a chance to, for him to do his own thing, for me to do my own thing, and then we come back together. So I still want to have a home base with him, but I just have this intense itch to get out there and travel and do van life again. But there is a comfort in having a home base. For 8 years, I lived full time out of my camper van. Um, I do have some friends on the East Coast in Mount Storm, West Virginia. Aw, I should go to Hawaii, huh? So, and you know all the free places to camp. I saw videos of you and your girlfriend. I think you were camping on a beach. So, I also hear that Hawaii is extremely expensive. I'm curious if you know your way around avoiding like the prices of food I hear are really high. Um, my friends that are going, they I don't know where they get their funding to go, but I know it's a pretty expensive trip. Free to camp on the beach most places. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, Hawaiian beaches I know are just paradise on earth. So, I mean, I've seen pictures and videos of it before. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be interested. Um, but I think, for now, at the present, my main interest is California and Nevada. Um, I really love the Eastern Sierra, and then Nevada, I'm really interested in the hot springs and Death Valley. Oh, okay. You know the local places in Hawaii so that you don't have to pay tourist prices. It's very cool. So, do you mind if I show your chat here on the screen? Now, I'm not entirely sure how this will work, but it's my understanding that the chat will be shown alongside on YouTube. I don't know. I'm not sure how this will work with Restream. So, okay. And also, there's this support thing that Restream has. So, if people want to support this channel, there's no obligation to do that whatsoever. I'm just trying out this feature here. So, but if you like folks that are watching, if you like what you see in here, feel free to check out that link. I have a Ko-fi community, it's called. Um, Support me with the price of a coffee. I know, Shell, you have a um, similar thing as well. What's the name of yours again? The one that you get support from? So yeah, I was just explaining how um, for my travels, my concentration at the present is California, especially Eastern California. I would love to circumvent the Eastern Sierra Nevada and visit like all the little towns and do like drone footage of the mountains. Okay, yours is called Buy Me a Coffee. That's the name of the site. Cool, you're using your phone. Yeah, I was using my phone yesterday. At the end of yesterday's 1-hour live stream, my hands were, like, stiffened around my phone. I couldn't even move my fingers for the first few seconds. I was like, "Oh, is this what old age does?" I was like, to get my hand from around the phone, from around the, pop socket. So, that's why I'm using my laptop today. I like the wide angle as well. So, another travel interest that I have is Slab City. So, for those of you who haven't heard of Slab City, California, it's right outside a tiny little town called Nyland, California, in Southern California. And it's to the east of the Salton Sea. So if you look at Google Maps, actually, if you just go to Google Maps, you can just find the directions to Slab City from wherever you are, and you'll see it on the map. So it's definitely there. So Slab City is called the last free land on Earth. Right. So you've heard of it and seen a few videos on it. There are actually entire documentaries on the place. It's quite famous. Um, it's actually, it used to be a Marine Corps training camp. back in the 40s. I think it was during World War II. And then when they abandoned the camp, um, I think people people that were looking for homes decided to camp there. And what's left behind are these concrete slabs. So people just park their vehicles on it. And it's great because, California gets earthquakes and the slabs are pretty decent foundation. Yeah, Salton Sea is pretty awesome. I've visited there, I think twice now since I did full-time van life. I've never camped at Salton Sea, but there is free camping at different places. I'm not entirely sure exactly where, but I know there's plenty of overnight camping allowed, dispersed camping. And they do have some nice facilities that I've seen. There's several stops along Salton Sea, and they have like information um, booths and whatnot there. So one thing that stands out for me regarding Salton Sea is all the dead fish bones, like all the vertebrae that are scattered all over the sand. It's like dead fish is like an intrinsic part of their sand. I've not gone to Utah yet. No. I'm sure I'd love it though. It's got really beautiful red, gorgeous rocks. I know Wandering Jeepsy has preferred doing a lot of travel in Utah, and she has a campground, I think, that she helps oversee. I don't know if she's still running that or not. Not in the winter, anyway. Perhaps she'll go back in the summer. So, is Utah one of the places that you want to go to, Shell? I'm curious. So, definitely, I would be open to traveling to Utah for sure. And I know that they also have an abundance of public lands where dispersed camping's allowed. Oh, yeah. Don't mind me, I'm a chapstick addict, specifically Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees is like my favorite. I know the writing's backwards. I wish the camera would turn that around. I noticed on some of my videos that the writing's backwards. It really drives me nuts. I'm like, why is my phone doing that? You wouldn't mind going to the northern parts of Utah. So, is that where, like, the Red Rock Country is, mostly in the north? I actually don't know too much about Utah. I know that Bob Wells from Cheap RV Living, he loves going to, what's it called? That famous place in Utah. There's a Zion National Park. He loves going there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me some moisturizing soap bars. I use this company called doTERRA for essential oils, and they have, like, these soap bars, infused with essential oils. So I just ordered, like, 3 different types to see which one I like the best, because I definitely have, like, dry skin, in the winter months, so it'll be good. One thing that I like to do after a shower is, take a little bit, like, I don't know, like a half a teaspoon of olive oil right after a shower and just put it all over my face, and it does an incredible job moisturizing my face. And Utah has ice castles during the winter. Oh, really? I've not heard of that. That sounds super cool. Now I want to check that out. I can actually do screen sharing here. So let's have a look at ice castles in Utah. I've never actually heard of that. Ice castles in Utah. Utah Ice Castle. So there's a website dedicated to it. Um, so it must get really super cool there. All right, let's see if we can just find some straight photographs, some images. Um, Heber Valley, Midway, Utah. Hmm. Utah's adventure. Let's see. Midway Ice Castles. All right, let's see if this comes up. So there's a blog called Utah's Adventure Family, and they have what looks to be a blog post about this. So let me do a screen share. This will be my first screen share in a long time. Oh, okay. So let me just show the audience what you're saying here. So a Utah ice castle. It's a guy that builds these ice castles, and you can go visit it. Very cool. All right, so it's been a minute since I've done screen sharing. Hopefully it will let me do it. They've also made some changes since I've used this program, this software. Uh, Settings. Edit name, video settings. My screen share worked? Oh, really? You're not seeing me? Are you seeing the photos? Oh, here we go. Share screen. Start screen sharing. Here we go. Okay, can you see this? At the top it says Utah's Adventure Family. Unfortunately, I can't see your chat unless I go back. Can you see that? So here's this couple. They're standing kind of under an archway of ice. And here's what it looks like. Walking through the ice castles is amazing. Keep an eye out for the workers. They are the magic makers of the ice castle. Very cool. I wonder how he goes about doing this. Like, that just seems like a massive undertaking. The slides are always a bit different every year. So you can go down an ice slide. That looks really amazing. We try to find all the slides and go down. I would do that. Mom squeezed through one. Wow, that's a small opening there. Yikes. Make sure to walk through all the openings, tunnels, and walkways. There's an overview on the way up to the big slide one year. Whoa, look at that. That is awesome. Okay, cool. So you're able to see this too. That looks beautiful. I like the light here, this purpley light. You can also get close to the top of the ice castle while waiting in line for the slide. Whoa. Oh, and there's a YouTube about it, Midway Ice Castle. So go ahead and check them out on YouTube. So it's called, just simply Midway Ice Castles 2017. The large ice sculpture was beautiful all up. Yeah, I bet it's amazing at night. So it looks like they have a night show. Now, I know Las Vegas, where you are, Shell, they have some really amazing light type show going on. That's also one place I want to hang out in is Las Vegas. I've only been there once. Oh, and then they have family tips for the ice castle. Wear boots. Yeah, wear gloves. Wear other snow gear. Use a sled for small children. Bring socks. Plan to spend 1.5 to 2 hours. Make a day of it. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now I'm going to stop that screen share. Yeah, it does look super fun. Let's see. So what else? Do you have any questions about what's coming up? So I guess I should talk about, how do I get back on the road as a full-time van lifer? So I've been looking into some virtual online jobs. They're not easy to find necessarily. And I know that with the law of attraction, you just stay focused on what you want. Stay focused, 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 focused. And don't let like any kind of negativity get in the way and just stay as Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you're familiar with Abraham Hicks, but they're huge in the teachings of the law of attraction. And they say, stay focused on what you want. Stay focused on what you want. Um, and don't let negative thoughts get in the way because that can dampen and slow down the process of manifesting what you want. So I know that when I got fired from my job recently, I did not stay long at all feeling bad about what just happened. In fact, I got excited. I was excited about the open door, the open opportunity to really pursue what I want to do in life. Um, yeah, crafts. I'm not really a crafty person is kind of the first thought that came to mind. Um, I really love computers, so I have this idea that I want to hack into finding the right online job while I build up my YouTube um following and YouTube videos, that's a long game. So, in the meantime, I've been looking at virtual jobs. Now, virtual jobs can be tricky because many of them insist that you be hardwired. So, when you're on the road, one uses a hotspot. That's not hardwired. So, I need a job where I'm not hardwired. I did do online teaching for years, but for whatever reason, it just petered out and I was getting less and less business. I tried to hack into online teaching platforms and for whatever reason, I wasn't able to break back in. I wasn't able to get enough students to have enough of a living. So I don't feel like that's really an option right now unless I found a family that wanted like a one-on-one tutor. I've evolved out of being a traditional educator. So I would prefer to um to teach like an or be a facilitator, like a mentor to children as opposed to tutoring them in math or tutoring them in algebra. Um I'm not really up for that anymore. Um it can be it just depends. Um right now I'm just trying to focus my mindset on attracting online opportunities and believing that opportunities will show up as I'm ready to take them on. A motivational speaker. Huh. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I was actually thinking about not particularly that line of work, but when I was talking yesterday and there were 3 of us that were engaging, 4 of us actually. It just felt really empowering and it felt like you guys were just pulling things out of me. And I was like, "Whoa," you know. So the sky's the limit on what can be manifested here. I know that through going through this job loss thing that it seems to have cracked something open in me and I'm just going to ride this wave, you know? Um like my YouTube channel is growing every day. I'm getting more and more views and I'm just going to keep fueling that fire and see where it takes me. I know that if I can get my content right and put out content and the keywords that people are looking for so that people can find my content, my channel could grow over these next 30 days, possibly more than the 1,000 that I need to monetize. So I have hope in that. And then my backup plan, of course, is to continue to work here in the town I'm at. Um, and then keep looking for online opportunities. And then possibly doing in-home care. There's there's opportunities for that here as well. So, Shell, I was curious if you don't mind sharing, how long are you folks going to be in Las Vegas before you move? Okay, yeah, thank you for that idea. I actually do have a few videos about my van. I cleaned it up. I did I should do a tour, another tour. I've made a few changes in the van, but since I've gotten better at video, it would be good to like just show the changes that I've made. My van is a very basic build. um, it's a little bit hard to do that with the laptop to show it. Oh, okay. So that's pretty soon. So do you have your place yet in Washington, or are you folks looking? So I think I mentioned this yesterday. I've been to Washington State twice. I actually dated a woman in Scappoose during my first year on the road. If you're watching, hi. We're Facebook friends. So she showed me around parts of Washington State. Oh, we went over the Bridge of the Gods. That was pretty awesome. And I stayed in her backyard for a few years. And I remember that they get a lot of rain. They were starting to get a lot of rain towards the end of the summer. Beautiful state. So Scappoose is that in Oregon? Let me see where that is. Scappoose. Yeah, it's kind of near the Washington border. So we went in, we just went over the Bridge of the Gods. Where is the Bridge of the Gods? Is that even in Washington State? Bridge of the Gods. It's in Oregon. Okay, so I know we went over the border just barely. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I went to Mount Rainier back when I was let's see, this was back in 2006, I think it was. So a friend actually paid for me to go to Washington, and he lived in Mount Rainier, and there was a large group of us friends that went. And I loved Mount Rainier. It is absolutely gorgeous. So we stayed in a big motel there for 2 nights. And I went hiking around there. Absolutely gorgeous. Rain will make for some awesome YouTube videos. Yeah. So, what are you most excited about moving to Washington? I'm curious. I've been to Seattle. That was really cool. We had lunch in Seattle. We didn't spend a whole lot of time. I think we were only there for a week. So it was really like this shotgun trip. It was super fast. But it is a gorgeous state. One of the things that I'd like to do is spend some time in Slab City. Now is actually a prime time to be down there. Right now, the West Coast seems to be getting some real winter weather. Here, last winter, it was really mild. All right. Cool. So you watch a lot of YouTubers from Canada and you love the weather that they camp in. So I know you and your girlfriend have done some winter camping. That's pretty impressive. I actually have not done winter camping. I think I've already shared that with you. I don't know. I don't do well in the cold. Like my feet get really super cold, and I know you can get like warmers, little hand warmers and stuff. There's really no excuse. I do want to go up to Mammoth Lakes to snowshoe and do some cross country skiing. Oh, really? It snowed by you, huh? It actually, my boyfriend, he does the medical transportation here in town, and he took someone, I think, to Valencia, California. So along corridor 395 and Route 14, there was snow. I know you hate cold toes too. I also have this weird cold head syndrome. I've noticed as I've been going through menopause in the last few years. When I was living full time in the van, I noticed that my skull would get cold and I'd get like a headache from it. It's really weird. So I'm wearing my hat, and I also have the heater on. Can you see the heater? Right there. Right there. So it's plugged in to my to our house power. I'm cheating. It's really cold here. This is actually the coldest that I have experienced in Ridgecrest ever. It's in the 40s here, and that's really cold. The last several winters here in Ridgecrest have been really mild, like perfect weather. Mid 60s to 70s, bright and sunny, with occasional winter rainstorms. That would be like 2-3 days. And then the rest of the winter was just like mild. So this winter is like, it's the end of winter and it feels like winter here. That's okay. You can laugh at my cold head syndrome. Oh, I asked, what are you most looking forward to about moving to Washington State? I'm curious about that. Other than it's like wild, raw, wet beauty. Yeah, let's see. So it's 41 degrees in Vegas for you guys. Let me see. Weather, Ridgecrest, California. 37 degrees. Woo! Yeah, it feels like it for sure. You're hardcore. You want to camp in the rain and the snow. Yeah. I just like to chase around the perfect weather. I just want to go snowshoeing and cross country skiing and then not have to camp in it. But hey, I'll watch videos of you camping in the elements. You know, I think there are a lot of survivalist videos out there on camping in the snow, like people that camp in these like little tents and they'll bring a stove for the tent. It's really impressive. And they have all these mad skills with like making bows and arrows and eating wild foods. It's incredible. I was really interested in doing that, being a survivalist. I've taken some classes on it, but it's been quite a long while since I've studied any of that. But it is fascinating. Tell me all about your cold toes. No, I mean, there's nothing crazy about that. I mean, I think what would be great about camping in the elements like that is to be able to make a warm, cozy nest. Like it's just like hellacious outside of the tent or camper van or whatever. And you're just like warm and cozy and toasty and eating yummy food. That would be my jam for sure. But I don't want to be like suffering like in that. So the key for me to want to do that is like being able to really have the skills to do that and do it with finesse and just be really cozy and comfortable while it's roaring crazy outside. That would be cool. But I don't know how to do that. Right. Cold outside and cozy inside. Yeah. So I wanted to put a plug in for the videos that I recently put up. Let me just go to my channel here. I don't know if you've had the chance to check out my latest videos. But let me just do another screen share. I'm loving the screen share tonight. Okay, so under videos, I just put up, this is one of my favorite videos. This here, it's called Mysterious Unfinished Abandoned Trona, California Mansion for Sale. Now, I didn't realize that this mansion was in Trona until I went to a website that told me its address is in Trona. So that's pretty cool. And I don't see this house anywhere on YouTube, so I think this will be really exciting. But there's a little sneak peek. I was having a crazy hair wave day because we had overnight camped, and I was wearing a hat, and I got really bad hat head that gave me a hair wave. But there's the house. It's really cool. And here's a shorts of the same abandoned house. I also put up this video that I did, like, I don't know, over a year ago. Marcy and I, when we first started dating, we went to Trona Pinnacles, and I found these boots in an abandoned house. They'd been there for years. Nobody wanted them, so I snagged them. So that's why I call them my Trona boots, because I found them in a Trona abandoned house. And what else? I also added a couple posts here, right there, my crazy hair wave. Why did I post that twice? I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so as part of my 30-day challenge, I'm also posting at least once a day in the community area. So, Shell, I'm curious, do you have access to the community area yet? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's up whenever you want to check it out. I'm looking back over your chats here. You wrote, cook up some good food and enjoy the sound of rain and snow on the tent. Yeah. And you're a good cook too. I've seen your cooking videos. I can cook, but it's not my favorite thing to do for whatever reason. I'm more of a computer kind of person than I am like doing things with my hands. Although when I was a child, my aunt did get me into like painting with watercolors. Yeah, I mean the mysterious abandoned mansion, and it is considered a mansion. It has 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. 10 baths. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. They have a lot of baths in that house. Oh, cool. You used to be a chef and you like to cook for family and friends. Awesome. So I know you do a lot of Hawaiian cooking, right? Or do you do other types of cooking as well? I'm curious. But it seems like if you go ahead with your food truck, like if you did the Hawaiian food, it seems like there'd be a wide open market for that. Surely in Washington State. I know Seattle has a lot of amazing restaurants. Cool. What's your favorite type to cook? My favorite thing is pizza. I like to make crazy pizzas like pineapple pizza and pizza loaded with like different kinds of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. cool. There's a lot of Hawaiian people in Washington State. I didn't know that. Well, they are going to be very fortunate to have you both when you go there. You like slow cooking food, like in a crock pot? I don't even think I've done a meal in a crock pot. My boyfriend does. He's the cook out of both of us. You like to smell the food all day. Yeah, it gives a cozy ambience to a home to do that. Yeah. So I like to do different types of pizzas. Veggie pizza. I like to do supreme pizza with as many different veggies as possible to make it really healthy. Speaking of, it's not really food, but there's this book. Sorry, I know the writing's backwards, but it says Apple Cider Vinegar Miracle Health System by Paul C. Bragg and Patricia Bragg. They're a father and daughter duo. And here's a picture of what he looks like. Well, I think he's passed on, but his daughter, Patricia, has since carried on his legacy. This guy actually taught me the art and science of fasting. I used to do intermittent fasting and the whole philosophy behind fasting, it's both spiritual, but also it helps clean and purify the body. And I believe he also includes apple cider vinegar in a water solution during fasts. But why am I bringing that up? Because there's a lot of uses for apple cider vinegar in different recipes as well. But this book points out especially the medicinal uses of apple cider vinegar. Really, you want to start a cooking channel? Heck, that would be great if you did the food truck and the YouTube channel, because then you could be like filming what you do every day, and grow your YouTube channel at the same time. Yeah, I used to be more consistent with drinking apple cider vinegar. So it helps control weight, banish obesity, internal and external health tonic. So I was actually wanting to do a health series, how I keep healthy with Vanlife. And I might do some videos about apple cider vinegar, which means I need to start using it again. I use it for cleaning my dishes. That has apple cider vinegar in it. And what's great about Paul Bragg's apple cider vinegar is he has what's called the mother they leave it as the settlement in the apple cider vinegar. I also think that it's good for the probiotics, and we all need probiotics, the really good guys that help fight the good fight in our gut and intestines. So yes, when I'm living full-time, or anytime I go van camping, I always spritz down my dishes and with apple cider vinegar. Well, first I lick my plates and silverware clean. Then I spritz it with this and just wipe them down with a paper towel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. A health series on van life. So I have a little miniature portable medicine cabinet filled with essential oils. So I want to do a special video on that. And doTERRA, the company that sells the essential oils, they have a whole beauty products line that are loaded with essential oils. I just started using their bar of soap, their shampoo bar, and it's like the only shampoo bar that actually lathers, and I love it. I use it every day or every other day now. I also have a video on hair care that I wanted to point out. It's very notable. My friend Lisa, Simply Lisa, she goes by. She washes her hair once a month with just water. And she has this whole system. It's absolutely incredible. I could actually try it now that I don't have to go to work. I could try it out. I might try it with using the bar of soap, but the whole trick is to get boar's hair, a boar's hair brush um, with little knobbies on it. Cool. Yeah, you've heard of doTERRA essential oils. They're a pretty reputable company. They've been around for some decades now. So my friend Simply Lisa, so she lives full time out of a small Jeep, and she's an absolute master at minimalistic living. So she can literally pack her life into a Jeep. She also has land in near Sholo, Arizona, that she bought back when the land prices were super cheap. But she does travel year round in her Jeep. And so how she'll wash her hair is and you could check out the video if you haven't already, but she's got really long, lush, beautiful hair. It goes all the way down her back. It's like twice as long as my hair. Never looks oily. I have problems with oily hair, so I have a difficult time with it when I'm on the road. But so what she'll do is she'll wash her hair in water, like tepid water or warm water. She'll like scrub her scalp, rinse it, and then she seals the follicles by washing it in cold water. Now, given my cold skull syndrome, that could be a bit challenging because cold water on my skull, it just like, oh, it hurts really bad. But I think it would be worth a try. Okay, and then she lets her hair dry. She doesn't touch it. She doesn't try to brush it. Once it's dry, she takes a large tooth wooden comb, combs it through, and she's good to go for the rest of the month. But what she does do to get through the month is, yeah, I'll get brain freeze, all right, is she uses her boar's hair brush with, it has little knobby teeth throughout the brush. It's a wide brush too. And then she does 100 strokes, brush, 100 strokes in the morning and 100 strokes at night before bed. And she makes sure that, she's pulling any dirt out into the brush. She cleans the brush out. And what it does, do you know what brushing her hair does to prevent it from getting oily, that greasy look? Yeah, I have to wash my hair like every other night. And when I'm using chemical-based shampoos, I literally have to do it every day because I can see if I sweat from exercise, all the oils just come right out and it looks nasty. I know you're cooking, so I'm asking you questions. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Now, the 200 brush strokes a day, I did it myself. I tried it one day, and it doesn't take that long. So, can you conceptualize like what the brushing does every day with just washing with water? I wonder if it would work for our hair. I know, because you're saying that you have oily hair too. Not that you'd necessarily want to try it. I want to try it. I want to see if it can work for me. But I don't know if it'll work if I'm still using a shampoo bar. So, and also the doTERRA shampoo bar, I don't use conditioner. I've never used conditioner. Conditioner always makes my hair like heavy and ugh. So I haven't had to use conditioner with the doTERRA bar either. They have a conditioner bar. I just use the shampoo bar. So by brushing, I'll just say it. So by brushing the hair 200 strokes a day, she's distributing the oils throughout her hair. So, I mean, it seems like it would work. And also she washes her hair when she's just going swimming. She'll, just using the water to wash her hair. So, that's pretty cool. I did a hair washing video on my channel as well. So when I'm full-time van lifing, I will use a bucket and bowl method. So I just fill a bucket up. A 3-gallon bucket is all I need. And I like to let it sit in the sun in one of these giant blue containers. I'll show you. So this is a 3-gallon, I think. So I'll let the water sit in here in the sun for like 3-4 hours. And then when I'm ready to wash my hair, I'll pour the water in a bucket. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense that, when you're working, your hair gets sweaty. I know when I go for my long walks around the neighborhood, I come back and I just want to jump in the shower because my skull is always sweating afterwards. Especially today, it was freezing cold out, but I worked up a really good sweat. I was like really moving, just moving. I think I took like a 2-mile walk round trip. I like to go to this place called Bee Mountain. It's really beautiful. And I always say, "Hi, Bee Mountain. Hi, BB." Just to be silly and fun. I like to talk to the mountains. I feel like they have an energy. I can't explain it. Anyway, I like to walk to Bee Mountain and back, and that's a long walk. Oh, your messages paused for a second? All right, so one thing that I was thinking about this 30-day challenge is whoever joins me live, talk about and discuss your dreams. What is it that you want to achieve? And kind of like mastermind how you can get where you want to be the fastest. So I know you and your girlfriend, you want a food truck and you're relocating to Washington. So what is the quickest, and I do want to meet up with you guys before you go. But what is the quickest way for you both to manifest what you want? Like, you are en route, you are doing it, you are making the steps for that to happen. So obviously, you want a place to stay. So, you're going through whatever steps that takes to make that happen. And then likewise for me, my greatest dream is to get back to van life and to have the funding to do it. Ongoing, whatever that looks like, whether it be through some online way. Of course, my greatest dream is to win the lottery. Don't we all want that? And to be set for life, never have to think about money ever again. So, but basically there is a book out there called, it's by Napoleon Hill, and he has the steps for creating a mastermind. Are you interested in me sharing that book with you? There's actually a YouTube video too, where it helps people kind of brainstorm together to be successful in whatever business ventures that they want. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Transferring your jobs and getting a place, trying to get everything to match up can be stressful. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, being positive about it is definitely a key. Yeah, I mean, I think, just staying focused on what you want. Um, like you said, just keeping that positive mindset will open those doors so much faster. And you've seen it, like we discussed the other day, you've seen it in your life where you've manifested things quickly. And sometimes, like we as humans, we manifest quickly, and then other times we get stuck. And I know for myself that I have experienced a lot of stuck energy. I had around money and finances, and I've had some breakthroughs in the latter months. Let me see. Famous Napoleon Hill book. Think and Grow Rich. Here, let me see if I can give you a link in the chat. I actually have it saved on a platform called archive.org, which is a place where you can read books for free. You can check them out. It's an online virtual library. Perhaps you've heard of it. Let's see. So Think and Grow Rich. Here it is. So you'll have to set up a free account. All right, so Think and Grow Rich. So folks watching this live, you should hopefully be able to see that link. And then on YouTube, there's several videos that actually read the book aloud. So it's like an audio book. Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, so it's 10 hours, 47 seconds. Oh, there's a movie out, Think and Grow Rich. Well, I think I want to watch that. Not right now, but I'm going to leave that up. So, yeah. Yeah, so let's look at the audiobook to see if you got the right one. Probably. Okay, so here it is right here. It has 6.4 million views from a channel called Good Practices. So that looks like it's the full book. So what I'm considering is reading that book and then just trying out some of the techniques, if you're willing and open to that. So he proposes in the book to meet with at least one person. More is great too. And then, but the thing is, this is alive. So people aren't necessarily always going to be here. So I don't know if it'll necessarily work. But anyways, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to either listen to the book or read through it, and then to find somebody to meet with them and to have these masterminds where you encourage one another to realize your dreams in business and to become wealthy. And there's a lot of manifestation principles in it. I know that. Cool. Wow, where did the time go? That just like flew by. It's 7:31 already. Cool. You have it in your Google Books. Awesome. Yeah, well, just I invite you to have a look through it, see what you think, see if it resonates with you, and see if that would be something you'd like to do on these lives. I'm also curious, do you have on the weekend, um, do you have other, like, I know that you're available at 6:30. Is that just Monday through Friday? Do you have days off where we could do this at a different time? And tell me if you don't want to meet every day. I'm still going to do the live, but if you don't necessarily want to or can meet with me every day, there's no pressure for that. Okay, cool. Sounds awesome. So tomorrow is Thursday. So yeah, just let me know whatever, and I'm sure that there will be other people that will be joining as well, because I'm going to be doing this every single day. So I totally understand you having other things to do as well. So I really appreciate your time, Shell. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you, those of you who are watching this video later. And I hope that you will be able to join us live sometime. I will schedule tomorrow's live stream, possibly at a different time. I haven't decided. So since you're not going to be here tomorrow, I will maybe try a different time tomorrow. Maybe I'll try noon, see if anyone shows up for noon. Okay, cool. All right. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.